Hi, I'm Ross Millman with Forest Products. I'm here with Trevor Pedigo with Woodtone. Trevor, welcome. You were just saying you're a little nervous. This is your first time on camera.
Yeah.
And I mean, you've officially made it. The Forest Products YouTube channel is about as big as it gets.
Excited. Yeah.
Well, we're happy to have you. We're going to do a quick rundown on a couple of Woodtone products. And the first one we're going to talk about are the Woodtone posts, both the RealPost and the AbsolutePost. So let's start with what is Woodtone. A lot of people aren't familiar with that company. So just give us an idea of who you guys are and where you're located.
Yeah. So Woodtone, we are a manufacturer of building materials. We're based out of Chilliwack, British Columbia. We've got 3 facilities, one in Armstrong, British Columbia. Chilliwack is our corporate office and a facility there, and then Everett, Washington in the United States. We've got about 500 employees across those 3 locations, probably roughly 150 acres of facilities there. We pre-finish materials on the siding side, and on the wood side, we do a lot of engineered products on that too.
Yeah, so we're going to focus on kind of that wood side and these engineered products. So today we're talking about these, and let's just start with what are the common problems that everyone knows about, but let's just rehash them with timbers and wood timbers out there in the field. What are customers always complaining about?
Yeah, the biggest complaints are your splits and your checks, your twisting, your warping, things like that. And they're not KD'd, so they have a lot of those issues, the weight. So all of our wood products are KD'd before they come to the market. These post products that we're talking about today, they're all warranted to not have those big checks and splits.
Yeah, so let's talk about that. So you guys are manufacturing these, you're taking wood and you're re-engineering it to create a better post. So explain how that process works and why it's eliminating those problems.
Yeah, so you can see these posts are hollow. It's definitely a different, from most markets have probably not seen these, but what we do is we take 4 2x6 or 2x8 boards, we hand grade those to the face of the post, we stair step cut those, and they get resin in the middle and they go into a large machine press, they press those down, and we've got a structural hollow post.
So it is structural, which is different than a lot of other timbers, particularly cedar timbers, right?
That's right. Yep. So we have 2 separate profiles, if you will. Our RealPost, which is our 2 SPF profiles. These have a 15-year warranty. Both of these have a primer on it, a brown primer and a resawn, and then a green primer and a combed and a chamfered edge. Then we have our Absolute Cedar line, which is our cedar, and we have that. This one is a smooth post, and those have a 10-year warranty. Those are just raw.
Gotcha. Okay, so let's start with then on the spruce side. So these are primed. These are meant to be painted out in the field, right?
That's correct. Yeah. Yeah. So the brown prime, it can be painted or a gel coat stained, and the green primer can be painted. Give you a good price point product that maybe not so much as high as the cedar, but give you that cedar look.
Gotcha. And so where are you seeing those commonly used out in the field?
So this could be new commercial or new residential commercial, front and back patios. They do have to just sit on a post base, but very versatile application.
Yeah, gotcha. And then cedar, we're really just replacing kind of where that cedar post was already being used, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. So we have customers use that for, again, the outdoor living space, your pergolas, front and back patios. Really use these just like you would any other post. You can notch it, same construction process you would use with regular cedar.
Gotcha. Yeah. And so we've got these hollow posts, which, again, it's eliminating the checking. It's creating a straighter, better performing timber. It's also a lot lighter. You've taken a lot of mass out of the timber, but the sneaky benefit is maybe being able to wire some electrical and run some actual wires and cabling through there.
Yeah, it's definitely a huge benefit to it, right? A lot of different design flexibilities when you have that ability. And you can cut a 3/4 inch hole in the side of it so you can run your wiring through there. If you light fixtures, things like that, really helps out your outdoor living space, kind of free things up, right? Nobody wants to see the conduit line right there on the side of their post.
Yeah, absolutely. I think a lot of people see this and say, okay, wait, I'm getting a lighter timber, I'm getting no checking, I'm getting the same visual appearance, a little bit added ability in terms of running some wires. This thing's got to cost a lot more, right? Well, actually the answer is no. We're looking at actually about 5% less for something like this versus your traditional solid cedar timber. You're getting a lot of advantages with it, and you're also getting an attractive price point. So for us at Forest Products, we look at it as one, we think, just generally speaking, this is for certain applications a better product, right? Getting rid of a lot of those common complaints. But two, we also have issues, and I don't know how familiar customers are with this, but when we buy cedar timbers, we have to take product of the mill, which is an 8 through 20 foot mix. So we can't just buy all 6x6 10s, even though that's the most in demand. So we're constantly having to take 8s, 14s, 20s, and stuff that might not be as in demand out there, and we're either needing to cut those down or find ways to go sell them. So by just being able to buy straight 10s and 12s, it's kind of easing the pressure off of the mills and taking a little bit of that slack out of there and just letting us buy the prime lengths for the certain applications, which is good for everyone in the industry. So we see a ton of benefits with this, and we're really excited about it. At the end of the day, I think it's just a better product, higher quality, save some time, save some labor, and it's priced right. So it's gonna work for a lot of people out there in the field.
Absolutely.
So the dealers, I think a lot of customers are going to ask themselves, well, why should I buy this? Why should I sell it? What would you position to them? What would be your sales pitch to those guys?
For the dealer side, going back to the benefits of the checking and splitting, right? We all know you order a unit of green posts, and there's a lot of those that are going to be culled out and can't be sold, right? The customers want to have the perfect post, right? They want to open up that unit and not see any checks and splits, not those big knots. That's the beauty of our post, right? Every post is sellable. You're not going to have those big checks and splits, and the callbacks go away.
Yeah. Now let's try to also be fair. What could be some problems? Every product we talk a big game, but there's going to inevitably be potentially some scenarios out there that could be a problem. What could come up with a dealer?
Sure. Yeah. It's wood, right? We're not impervious to some of those discrepancies. What we really eliminated is the big thumb checks, right? You may get some small hairline cracks, but it's not what you would see in a solid post. But again, it's got to set on a post base. We don't want that to be buried into the ground or setting directly on the concrete, because it's definitely going to have the moisture issue there. So
yeah, fair enough. Okay, well, great. Well, that's Woodtone's AbsolutePost and RealPost, some new products available at Forest Products that we're really excited about. Thank you.